These are the Mailboarder master settings. On this page you have general license information at the top, the safety lock, which is this icon here at the top. When it's white, it is turned on. When it is red, it is turned off. By default, if you set it at 1, it will be turned on. And by default, if you set it at 0, it will be turned off when you log in. It is used for preventing unwanted actions. For example, if we come here to users types and the safety lock is on and you attempt to delete a user, it will not allow you, saying the safety lock is enabled. If you click it and turn it on, or off rather, you will then be able to delete users. Back to master settings. Language. This is the interface language for the Mailboarder GUI as a whole, not your personal preferences. Personal preferences are under My Account, Preferences. Here you may change the language to whatever you like. For example, you can change it to French and click Save, and then everything is in French. I'm going to switch it back to US English. So your options for the languages are currently German, US English, UK English, Latin American Spanish, Canadian French, Dutch, Polish, and Brazilian Portuguese. Require SSL. If this is set to 1, the site will force it to SSL. However, before you turn this on, you need to make sure that SSL is currently installed. The Mailboarder install script does not install it by default. Allowing resets or password resets on the front page when you log in or out. Enabling Postcat allows you to view the contents of messages that are marked as spam. So currently this is set at 0. If we come here to the mail logs and we look at the quarantine log, you can see emails here that are quarantined and there is nothing else. If you come back to master settings and you enable Postcat and then go back to the mail logs, you will then be able to view emails that were marked as spam. So emails that do not exist or on this server, on the master server itself, for example this one, was actually captured by a child server. You can create a task on that child and it will post the contents of that email back to the master server. So we'll come back to that in a moment. If we pick one that was nailed, we come to here. This is actually captured by this server, so you can actually view it. Oh, wrong one. You can actually view the header values in the email. This is turned off by default because of certain laws in various countries not allowing it. The task is still pending for the child server to post its postcat. I will come back to that in a moment. So postcat log retention is how long do you wish to retain those emails in the log for cluster members that send them into the master server. Notice email is used by the master server to notify you of events such as pending license expiration or database failures and things of that sort. There should be an email address that is monitored. Mail log retention is how long in days you wish to retain the logs of email. Mailboarder RSS is on the front page of the dashboard here. If you turn off RSS, this will be disabled. CPU log retention. Each server reports its CPU usage every hour by default. You set here how long you wish to retain that, as well as memory log retention is the same. Task log is how many days you wish to keep the log entries of the tasks. Server status, every server reports in every hour, and they report with it hard drive usage and various other statistics. This is how long you would wish to keep that information. When you look at it, it shows you the latest one under Mailboarder servers. The change log, all changes that are made are within the Mailboarder GUI are recorded and saved here. Message release log. Whenever a message is released, it records who released it. Event log. This is everything that happens on the server, such as a user logs in and that type of thing. Quarantine files. The number of days that quarantine files are kept within the cluster. Now this is a cluster setting. This is not a master server setting. This impacts all servers. Our active mail rows is on the active monitor. It displays how many email rows. The bandwidth interface that is monitored for bandwidth usage. You can change this. Log out, log back in, and it will change. High CPU and high memory notices. Whenever these servers reach these limits, you will get an email stating so. Going back to the mail order logs, looking at the quarantine log again, for the server I told to report, it is now reported in, it has completed its task, and this is the email.